The New England Patriots entered the 2015 NFL Draft with 8 picks in hand, but ultimately came away with 11 selected players after making 2 trades during the event. When all was said and done, the then-reigning world champions brought the following men on board during the 7 rounds of the draft. Round selection player position college. Round selection player position college 132 Malcom Brown DT Texas 264 Jordan Richards SS Stanford 397 Geneo Grissom DE Oklahoma 4101 Trey Flowers D Arkansas 4111 Trey Jackson Og Florida State 4131 Shaq Mason Og Georgia Tech 5166 Joe Cardona LS Navy 6178 Matthew Wells LB Mississippi State 6202 AJ Derby K Arkansas 7247 Darrell Roberts CB Marshall 7253 Xavier Dixon LB Alabama. Of those 11 men, only 2 are still left on the team's roster after the last week saw both first-round selection Malcom Brown, 4th-round pick Trey Flowers, both Mason and Cardona, of course, earned contract extensions to outlive their rookie deals. The Patriots' starting right guard was signed to a 5-year, $45 million extension last August that will keep him with the team through the 2023 season. By the time Mason's deal was announced, Cardona's was already 2 months old. The long snapper signed a 4-year, $4.3 million extension with New England in June. Brown and Flowers never got to that point and instead made it to the open market, from which they were relatively quickly taken again. Brown, a de facto starter at defensive tackle for 4 seasons, signed a 3-year, $15 million deal with the New Orleans Saints. Flowers, who grew from a Day 3 selection into one of the NFL's premier edge defenders, signed a massive 5-year, $90 million contract with the Detroit Lions. At least, however, both men played out their rookie deals and will thus contribute to the compensatory draft picks formula. The majority of New England's 2015 draft class did not make it that far. Take the club's second selection that year, safety Jordan Richards, who failed to develop into much more than a special teamer and was traded to the Atlanta Falcons ahead of the 2018 season for a conditional 7th-round draft pick in 2020. Richards is one of 2 players who left the Patriots ahead of this year's free agency to actually bring a return value to the club. The other player was tight end AJ Derby, whom New England traded to the Denver Broncos during the 2016 season for a 5th-round draft pick the following year, one that was later reinvested into Buffalo Bills restricted free agent running back McGill. The other 5 drafted players were simply let go by the team. Geneo Grissom spent most of his Patriots tenure moving between the active roster and practice squad before ultimately ending up with the Indianapolis Colts. Trey Jackson started 9 games in 2015 but was released after missing all of 2016 due to injury. He ended up with the Los Angeles Rams and is now a member of the AAF's Orlando Apollos. Darrell Roberts, meanwhile, spent his entire rookie season on injured reserve after hurting his hand in preseason. 1 year later, he was released during final roster cutdowns despite an encouraging performance in training camp. He was then claimed by the New York Jets and carved out a nice role with the team since. Last week, the former 7th-round draft pick signed a 3-year, $18 million contract extension with the club. The 2 remaining draft picks, Matthew Wells and Xavier Dixon, never made it through roster cuts in 2015. One player that also did not do that was an undrafted free agent that made his way to the practice squad and later the active roster, and that is now the 3rd player to still be on the team from New England's 2015 rookie class, linebacker, safety hybrid Brandon King, one of the Patriots' premier special teamers. Playing exclusively in the kicking game, King appeared in 68 games since 2015 and last offseason earned a 2-year, $2.6 million contract extension, before Cardona and Mason saw new deals come their way. He was still not the first member of the club's 2015 rookies to get a new contract. That honor belongs to the 4th player still remaining from the group on today's Patriots roster, center David Andrews. Like King, Andrews made his mark as an undrafted free agent and actually began the year as a starter until the injured Brian Stork returned to the lineup. 1 year later, he won the competition for the role and never looked back. The Georgia, after starting 11 games during his rookie year, Andrews made 55 starts since and establishing himself as one of the NFL's better young centers. Along the way, he earned a 3-year, $9 million extension in 2017. Together with special teamers Brandon King and Ju Cardona, and one of the NFL's other outstanding offensive linemen, Shaq Mason, Andrews is still holding the flag of the class of 15 high. And even though Brown, Flowers and the rest of the players did not find long-term stability in New England, the team's 2015 rookies were still an impressive group considering their track record. 6 of them played major roles on 2 championship teams, and 4 have signed second contracts with the organization. In today's NFL, that qualifies as a solid haul.